Hello, everybody. Hello, Watered. Hello, Zach. How y'all doing? Hope you're doing okay today. Scontro, hello, welcome. Okay. Hi. I feel like my greetings are usually better than that. I did do a bit of a change around of my emotes. Couple that just weren't being used, and also I missed our heart emote, so I stuck that back in. And we needed a decent hello emote, and honestly that one's not great considering the hand is the wrong way around. It's like he's just holding up the word hi like this. Hi. It's not great, but to be honest I quite like it. It's stupid. To be honest, it looks more like that anime meme. The butterfly one. You know what I'm talking about. Maybe. Definitely not guaranteed. Turn my music down on my end a little bit. Oh. Yeah, that. Is this a hi? It is. It's meant to be anyway. I'm not sure. It's a very good one. But Cat is here, by the way. He's just nestled right in the back of my wardrobe, so I can't really see him. He's just like right round, if I can point correctly, that corner. Yeah, he's cute. He decided to have the zoomies when I was trying to take a nap. That's okay. I think the funniest part when I was just lying there, and twice he just sort of like zoomed in, jumped on the bed, I moved my feet and he bolted out again. That happened twice. I kind of wish I got it on camera. I didn't, but it was very funny. It's very funny indeed. Cat's a funny dude. But yeah, we are finally playing What Remains of Edith Finch. I think I installed this like 3 months ago or something and put it on my schedule twice and it just didn't happen for some reason. But yeah, have seen somebody else play it, but it was many moons ago, so I do know vaguely what's going on, but all the same, no spoilers in chat if you do. I'm going to try and have as authentic an experience as possible. I don't want to ruin it for anybody else because it is a really good story from what I recall. Yeah, dang it, jokes. Like, it's fine. It was nice entertainment while I just sort of lay there. I didn't want to really actually fall asleep anyway because I knew that would like fuck me up later when it's nighttime and I'm supposed to sleep, so it's okay. It's fine. Just trying to think if there's anything else I need to talk about. I don't think so. Oh! 2-year Twitch anniversary next Tuesday, also Valentine's Day. Did not realise it was Valentine's Day that I actually started streaming. It was just any other Tuesday to me. But we will be doing a roguelike / light roulette. I'll be putting games on a wheel and spinning it and seeing what comes up. It will be games I of course already own but have not yet tried. I'm going to try and balance it out with 3 games I really do want to play and 3 games I'm not that fussed about but have in my library for some reason anyway. And I said 6 because we're going to be going... Wait, I can't do maths. No, I can't do maths, but it's fine. We're going to go for 6 hours. I was going to try and give each game 2 hours, but 6, that's not mathematically possible. That's also fine. We'll figure it out. Maybe I'll only want to play some of the games for 1 hour. Maybe I'll just have to force myself to stop. Probably. Also, I do want to bring back Wednesday streams. I'm thinking maybe do them like mid-afternoon. So like Tuesday, Thursday will still be evening. Got a Sunday morning one and a Sunday evening one, and maybe like a 4 PM Wednesday one where we just stick another roguelike in there because I just really enjoy playing roguelikes. Probably won't do one next Wednesday simply because we're doing the Twitch anniversary thing. But we shall see. I'm also just trying not to completely burn myself out, because this is the most tired I can ever remember being. Last night was fun, even if I was fighting to keep my eyes open. Oh, I know the feeling, but I needed to do something last night, and I was like, I want to play Call of the Lamb, let's just do it. So yeah, that was a bit very impromptu and very late one, considering I don't think we actually started until 10 PM. Hey Candle, how you doing? Hope you're having a good Tuesday. It was lovely seeing you in Anna's stream earlier. In fact, you too would. But yeah, also I should probably give Anna a shout out. I'm not sure if she's still streaming a minute ago. She was like 15 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago when I was in there. But damn it. Oh, she's got one of those usernames with numbers on the end and I don't remember what they are. Why numbers? Thank you. 89. That was going to be my guess, but I didn't want to get it wrong. I don't know why it keeps telling me in OBS no data was returned, even though it literally says they were last playing Brock the Investigator over on... Yeah, like that. Thank you. My eyes being weird. Rather, my eyelashes being weird. Ugh. Yeah, okay. So I haven't actually even played the game yet. What Remains of Edith Finch. But... Stop my media player weapon. Okay, so the audio might be a bit fucked. But that's okay, we can fix that. We can fix that. Oh jeez, I just did not prepare anything, did I? No. Okay. Let's get in. Already ended to raid her buddy. Okay. That's fine, you should go follow her anyway, because she's just like a super nice person. Oh, I'm getting super frame drops. But only briefly. We do have merch now. Subliminal messaging. Can I get in the menu? Thank you. Turn things down just a little bit. Just a little bit. I'll just leave the dialogue up because I know there's a lot of talking. Graphics, brightness, VSync on, thank you. I'm going to turn that off. Fuck off, anti-alien post. I'll turn most of the stuff down because most of it's like not that necessary. And I'll learn the controls as I go. Excuse me? Oh. We're on a boat. Did I yell that loud enough? We're on a boat. Yeah, stream elements. Water'd already beat you to it, but thank you for trying. I appreciate you. Sometimes. What happened to my hand? It's not telling me how to do anything. Okay, let's look at the controls. What? Should I be playing this with my... Yeah, I should be playing this with my mouse.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you. And I'm sorry about all the endings. I'm just going to start at the beginning with the house. I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
Foxgloves. Pretty. Oh, that is a Funkalicious mailbox. 10 out of 10. It's also one of them...
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
Oof. It's one of them fandangled, immersive Sims. Mm.
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral. In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Is this a pathway? We're supposed to go down here? Well, we're going anyway. I feel like maybe this was actually the way to go now.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
That's mysterious.
The woods around the house have always been uncomfortably silent.
Oh, that is beautiful.
As if they're about to say something, but never do.
Love that about the forest. It does sound like it has an awful lot to say, but it's just not saying it. We got a very fast footwork. We're just marching, but not taking very big steps.
The house was exactly like I remembered it. The way I'd been dreaming about it.
That's
As a
mental.
child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words. Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were.
You're only 17.
I was afraid of the house.
Get in here. And big words. Big words. Paint. They look more like paintings of paint than windows of paint. Wheelchair access. Interesting. Missing poster, Milton Finch.
I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't.
Oh, no, I clicked. Not meant to click.
Looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me.
It should be covered in dust. It ain't. There ain't even cobwebs. Interesting. Itchy face. Okay, now I click. Bird. Okay, there's windows. I'm gonna check this little patio type thing. Porch. We got a belly. We got a belly.
I asked Edie once about the dragon in the pond.
Oh,
She
yeah.
said it had killed her husband. I was 6. It seemed like an odd joke to me, even then.
I'm not sure it was a joke. Oh, belly! Oh, jeez. Windows? Windows. No jump, okay. Maybe there's a side entrance. I don't really feel like going under the decking. Oh, we go down the side of the garage, whatever. Or the back door. To be honest, wind chimes have freaked me out ever since I watched Signs. Ooh, okay. That's one way to get in.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
And not with a belly. Okay. Well, someone did wood carving. Oh my gosh, a paddling pool. That takes me back.
The power had been turned off the night we left.
Probably shouldn't have been left on.
For the first time in years. I felt like I was home.
This is a good kitchen. Oh my gosh, all the books. They're just everywhere. Pacific Pantry, the Book of Mushrooms, Mrs. Bell's Bakery, The Northwest Chef. Geez, that's like a lot of cookbooks. That's a lot of cookbooks.
But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
Fridge. In loving memory of Lewis Finch. 1988 to 2010. Beloved brother to Edith, son of Dawn. Great grandson to Edie. Memorial service. Edith, Lewis, and Dawn. That's a very creepy picture. Very uncanny valley. I mean, look at me. Look at Edith. It's kind of horrifying. Okay. Moving on. Ooh, a thing.
Like how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
Oh. Yeah, I don't like salmon. My family, my brother and my dad particularly freaking love it. But I just...
The table was still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
And the one wine bottle, who's had too much to drink.
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
Oh, that's sad.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it.
Chimney.
Like a smile with too many teeth.
Okay, that's a horrible image. That's a great coffee table.
Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
Quite typical of your house, of your usual house. Okay. Spooky. That ghost doesn't have feet. Extra spooky. I don't think I want to go down there yet.
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
My little feet wiggle. It's creepy.
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
Okay, I'm glad.
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
Oh, it's one of the wood carving things from the garage. They just seal the door. I love the book arch.
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
There's the marshmallows.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Interesting.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
What's the asking, Charlotte?
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him. Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Well, that's pretty.
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. But I had no idea what was behind that door.
Shit.
Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
This vibration my controller keeps.
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole.
Molly the cat?
Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
It's very idyllic. There's a microscope and a scorpion in a jar. That's normal. That is a great view. December 1947. Look at that in a minute.
Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
That's cute. I wonder where the gerbil is. Probably not still alive. Okay. Oops. constantly clicking.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
What am I walking on? Oh, cushions, okay.
My Halloween candy was all gone.
I thought that was just an actual pumpkin on her shelf and she was just going to chow down on that.
Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
Who's making that noise?
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Okay. Is she hungry? Let's open the door. I really hope we're not going to eat.
I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back.
Good. What, the starfish? You gonna eat that? I wouldn't. Ugh. Starfish are actually like incredibly creepy creatures.
I ate a lot of things that night.
But not an undead gerbil. I feel like that's a win.
I kept eating and eating.
That's not appetizing. You really shouldn't be eating toothpaste. I don't care what year it is. You gonna drink the toilet water too? Damn. Wow, I'm a fat kid. I can't fit between the toilet and the wall.
Then I heard chirping outside my window.
Burb.
It was a barn swallow going back to her nest.
Yeah, she didn't eat all the holly berries either. She's like, I ate so much. I ate 3 small berries. Kid, probably shouldn't be doing this. I'm just saying.
And suddenly, I was a cat.
Okay. We're a cat now.
I tried to
Deal
be
with it.
quiet, but the bird was really scared.
I don't quite know where we're going.
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me. Meow.
They probably thought you would... Wait a minute, they had a cat named Molly. That's not the right way. Come here, bird. I'm hungry. I'm a hungry,
I jumped
hungry
and
bird.
I almost got her.
Cat. Whatever. Wow, angry cat. Where the heck am I jumping?
I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore.
But you're a
All I
cat
cared
now. All
about
bets
was
are off.
eating that mama bird. I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl.
Sweet. I love owls.
All I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
Really? Where? There.
Rabbits.
There. Where am I? Diary 6947. You decided about the cats. Okay, so. I missed. Okay, so I have to actually kind of aim it a little bit. No.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit.
So I'm a bit.
Then I flew off to find
All the
some
text is all over the screen, so I don't think there's any like actual good place I can put my webcam. But what I'm gonna do real quick is and I'll turn off chat too, just to try and ease it a little bit.
was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
He is not having a good day. What, really? Here? What the hell am I supposed to do with this? Let's get going. This is not your natural habitat. This is perfectly normal.
I rolled
Whoa!
off a cliff and into the ocean.
That is
Now,
how it's having
hungry
flashbacks
and
to what is that movie? The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, where Bill Bailey voiced the shark. Ooh, can I can control my depth. Okay. Oh jeez, it's bloody difficult.
I wanted fat, juicy seals.
Oh bloody hell, this is not easy. There we go. Nom 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 nom.
I tore
No
off
blood.
her flipper, and it tasted really good.
Girl. Okay, so WASD no longer propels you forward, it just propels me up. Wait, where is she? Did I? Ah, there she is.
Grabbed on
I can't
tight.
just control this.
When I was
Well,
so
I know
big,
it wasn't. I know.
out of the
Wait, did I
water.
say Bill Bailey was the whale? I
when
meant.
I opened my
No, a
eyes,
shark. I meant a
everything
whale.
changed.
Creepy.
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
It's really bloody hard to control this. Snake. Shark sounds good at strafing. No kidding.
I was big, but I moved real quiet.
And slipperily. That's not a word, but it should be. I'm gonna get you. Oh, we ain't done, eh?
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
Can't see. Door. Been there before. Ah! Yeah, snakes at the summer cabin. Very cute grass snakes and vipers. Ooh. Picked up a grass snake once. It pooped on my hand. How's that for a fun story? Oh jeez, calm your tits. Weird tentacle thing. I'm not sure if this is a snake, I'll be honest. It doesn't look like a snake. We're not... Wait, I thought that was a dog. I'm blind. It's fine. No, it was in the cemetery. I was at Brownies and we were doing like an outdoorsy thing.
After the last passenger, I was
It was
still
just there and I was like, ooh, a snake! I picked it up without thinking because I was stupid or something.
something I had to have. So
And all
I
it did was
swam
freak
to
out, poop, and then run away. By run, I mean slither. Ew.
I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
I don't have to do the quick dash thing anymore. Thing is, what they don't tell you when you're watching other people play games is how not easy some things are to control. Oh look, it's the toilet water. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Oof.
I got closer and closer.
This is our room.
All my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
Very dramatic. Appropriate.
Don't turn around. Don't look at
I'm
me.
not sure if I
I
believe it,
have
but
so
I'm
many
sure you would have.
names. If you look at me, you will die.
Hey, that's us. We're cute. Molly was cute too. It's funny because actually my parents had a cat called Molly.
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here
You heard that, right?
before my mom sealed the doors.
1937, so she was 10. When I assume she either disappeared or did in fact get eaten by a monster. There is a cat. I am hearing a cat. I'm also stuck. Right, I just have to, because I'm just so girthy. What is happening? What is going on? What the hell was that? Meow? That was very weird controls there.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
Birds. This flight.
Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
Oh, that's disturbing.
Edie knit me a new pair of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones.
Oh, it's my mom in a nutshell. Just gonna try to move my keyboard over a little bit. Give myself some more room to move my mouse. I will eventually get a new mouse now.
When Edie told
Yeah,
people
when I
Sven was
remember.
killed by a dragon,
I think I must have,
she could
yeah.
also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
Had a flair for the dramatics, I see. Yeah, I think I just probably, when I clicked on the diary, it kind of like moved me like through the chair that was next to it, and I just got a bit stuck that way.
Her room was like a museum.
Also, I don't like this thing that some games do where it like takes control of your camera and like jerks you in another direction. Especially if I'm already in the process of moving in another direction, it's not very pleasant to look at when it does that.
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind.
It's the same year Molly was born.
But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington Send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea.
I'll say.
Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
Yeah, see, I love... Okay, no, that's a lie.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
I do not love immersive sims. At all, actually. Because it's like, it tries to be intuitive, but it doesn't intuit for me. So I'm not sure what I'm supposed to press, and I'm just kind of left wondering, and it's a bit annoying.
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was just another member of the family.
I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time.
I forgot that Edie is short for Edith.
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go.
Because of
For a few
Otis
weeks,
Forest.
she was a celebrity.
Old people's stubbornness, eh? Sven Finch. That's cool. Dragon kills Finch. Well, that would have been the headline. And it is more dramatic that way.
Even in her 90s. Sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Oh, what happens? Was there another door that I missed? Possibly. Oh, there is. It's got a bird on it. I can't look through that people. Okay. Did I already look through that people? I mean, it's possible. I think I may... Oh, fuzzy. This is a terrible carpet for the bathroom. That is... Oh my gosh.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom.
It's awful.
It was a pretty big trace.
Yeah. There's a secret in this bathroom by Sven and EDITH FINCH.
There's a secret in this bathroom.
Really?
It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Oh, clever. I hadn't finished looking in the bathroom.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down. From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
Is where the mole man live? I don't think so. That's just the crawl space rather than underneath the house. Fort Sam. Join and fight and list. This is a lot of stuff. Can I go up here? I sure can. Although there's nothing up here. And I can't go down that way. Fort Calvin.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
Okay. See, I was using the mouse.
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did.
Oof.
At Barbara's funeral, he swore he'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Oh, I can see where this is going.
Calvin! Dinner's ready! Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible.
Not probable.
Maybe if I hadn't said that.
Yeah.
Calvin! I'm not gonna tell you again!
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up. Then
Sorry
maybe
for
he'd
anybody
still
in chat
be here.
getting vertigo. I'm
But I
getting
doubt
it too.
I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother.
I don't think I can actually look at the screen. Yikes. Ooh. Oh, good Lord.
That's the day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
That's not strangely familiar then, is it? Sorry about that, guys. It was,
After the funeral,
pretty bad for my vertigo.
Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room. Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Interesting. Well, that's needlessly excessive.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Bellies. Wait, can we go back in there? Yeah, this is this place. Barbara
Growing up,
Finch, my friend
I always
Bigfoot.
thought of Barbara as a child star.
Wasn't she? I mean, just based on that poster alone. Seattle Ballet Company presents Swan Lake. Sweet. Oh, love that. Love that.
I never
all
thought
this
about how
vintage
hard
stuff.
it must have been for her afterwards.
Oh, those cat clocks always creep me out.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Lots of over-engineered secret passages. Okay.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been.
That's rude for
But in a lucky
16.
break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
I
Getting
guess my
better.
balls dropped.
I think you just need the right motivation.
It happens.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that's what I'm talking
that
about.
was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven.
Fucking hell, what did he
He
do?
slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room.
Oh, that's horrible.
So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
That was better.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right!
We should absolutely
Also,
not check it out.
I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
He's a little bit
Because
too...
my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret
Really?
is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe.
That's
I'll
useful.
be back in a sec.
He'll be dead in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned.
That's a long
So
time.
Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick.
Why did he lock it behind him?
Was silent.
How did he lock it behind him and then put it back in the music box? That's the Michael Myers theme song. Oh, okay, fine. Wait, that is Michael Myers, isn't it? Yeah.
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
Didn't even know he had a grudge.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
Okay. Yeah, Halloween, that's the one. I like that movie, but...
All the fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh dear.
Oh!
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb,
The
have you
crutch.
seen my other crutch?
And she was still
That's quite funny.
holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah!
That wasn't a very good scream.
I'm coming up.
And even you wasn't
This is a
convinced.
trick. You're dead, Walter.
Did. Oh, here we go again. Oh, Skelly Boy! That's a good Skelly Boy. Skelly Boy. He's cute. Okay. Okay, cool. Next. Next scary film trope, please. Walter, are you there?
Walter vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of
Here's
any
this one
suspicious
too,
activity.
Skelly Boy.
I returned, saw the bookman, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. And he was. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara. There's got to be another way out of here.
That night, she played her part beautifully. Molly
Cat. Bye, loser.
He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Oh, you mean like all the times that What's-Her-Face knocked out Michael Myers and then turned her back on him? Because that's super smart. Where the fuck is stairs there? 1916, right. I actually can't remember why I asked that. Sorry, boy. How you doing, handsome? How you doing? Okay. And of course, whoa! I cannot believe it. He's gone. Whoever could have foreseen this kind of event?
She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
Laurie. Well, I was thinking of the actress, but Jamie Lee Curtis. I don't like Jamie Lee Curtis, but let's not get into that.
It's coming from inside the house.
Spooky. Very spooky.
Oh dear.
She knocked Hookman literally over a balcony.
I'd come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true.
Oh, well, the guys from the convention. That's kind of sweet.
Saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen.
Oh.
She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life.
I can feel
I
her.
wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear.
Oh, that's kind of
what I
fucked.
call a real eerie tale.
Why would you leave ear side up?
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Well, now in a lot of ways, it's quite ambiguous actually what happened to these people. I was wondering if you were responsible for that travesty. That's where I got in. Okay. There is just a carton of bleach.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
There was an ear in it. That's creepy. Barbara's room.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Interesting. Oh my gosh, there's so much to this house. I'm guessing this is the boys' room. So that's Ben and Edie. Oh, that's Calvin and Sam.
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
Probably for your obituary. Jeez, she outlived her husband by a lot. That's sad.
It's funny. All those times I played with the music box and never found the basement key.
That's the first place we went in. That's Molly's room. I just want to make sure we cover all our bases. Should we do the basement? Or should we go upstairs? I think we should go upstairs. We'll do the basement later. No, I think we should do the basement. We'll go upstairs later. I love it when I completely just mess up my words. Yes, I think we'll just go upstairs, she says, going down. Right, here we go. There it is. Snooker table or pool table.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
Oof.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
It's really, really dark back here. I can't see anything. Okay. You can actually see better on the preview.
I thought maybe she was hiding presents.
No, probably not.
It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Well, this is not what I expected, but then... What was I expecting?
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone.
Ah,
She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
as he could.
If there's a pattern in all these stories,
mean,
I
other
think
than
it's
the
that
fact-
none of us has gotten very far.
I thought it'd be all that you fucking died.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years.
Wow.
On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week.
Got a lot of spices.
But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane.
If that's what you can call it.
Having a schedule,
I actually don't even know
living
if
for
I need
today.
to rotate.
I always expected to be dead tomorrow.
That's cheery. 1976.
But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything.
I love the fact that he puts the sailor back up every time. Okay, I do need to.
Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly.
I can even see that, maybe. I hate tooth food. I hate tooth food so much. Don't put that near your face.
And then one day, everything just
2005?
stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone.
Jeez, even I know
Maybe
it
you
was a
got
train.
tired of waiting.
Did you not know
Or
that was
maybe
a
I
train?
just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting.
Alright.
I have to leave.
Okay,
Well,
at
I
least we
still
can't go
can.
that way. Oh god, it's so dark. I can hardly see anything. Ah. Oh, for fuck's sake, I keep clicking accidentally. I get they don't want to break. It's an immersive, as in it doesn't want to put controls on the screen, but without them, I find it's a lot more confusing.
I know it's out there
And
somewhere.
immersion breaking.
Whatever killed Barbara and Molly and Calvin.
That's just your poop pit.
Maybe this is all a mistake.
Could be.
But I need to stop living the same day. Even if it kills me.
I wish you thought of that 30 years ago, boy. Wish you know what this is?
Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it.
No, you're not.
I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food.
30 years of eating canned peaches.
I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month. Or a single week.
You might.
I'd be happy with one more day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here. I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
Just wanna have a look around. That's the way I came in. Why didn't he just go out that way? I mean, his mum was clearly bringing him food.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house...
What else wasn't she
telling me? I can only
about?
imagine what else she was hiding.
Yeah. Poop bit.
I don't want to make the same mistakes she made.
So let's go out the same way Walter
Trying to
made.
bury
What's
something
the worst
that's
that
still
could
alive.
happen? It's a lot darker.
Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe 2, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem.
Because
Maybe we believed so much in a family curse
that you made it.
We made it real.
Yeah. I don't think I can light one of these candles, but... There's a light over there. Is that a boy? A buoy? Or whatever?
I don't know if I should even be writing this.
I don't think you should, I'll be honest. The more you
Maybe it'd be better if
something
all
is
this
real,
just died with me.
you can make it real.
But I thought you should know about your family.
It's not the power of the curse, it's the power you give the curse.
And the history you're a part of. Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
I think that's a good thing. Let's see if there's anything over here. Other than bloody hell, I'd love to live by the sea. Like right by the sea. You could say I do technically, but it's not like this. Okay, we'll probably actually finish the game tonight. I know it's not terrifically long. I think it's maybe 3 or 4 hours. I think we can manage that. If I get tired or something, we'll just finish it next week, I guess.
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible. think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it.
Well, it's also
What kind of family
perpetuating
finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
it. That's a pretty good question. Damn.
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one.
That's
3 of the gerbils are mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Oof. Derpy and Derpy Jr. Burpy and Chirpy and Furpy and Lurpy and Zerpy. Okay, that's the best part of this game so far.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
That's very cute. I like that. Look how they put her nickname on him. I'm very sad about that particular tribute. Saloon figure in a cave. She got her Hollywood Walk of Fame.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away.
I understand that.
She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
How about you wait until I look in the direction you want me to look, instead of just grabbing hold of my camera and forcing me to look? Sheesh. It's very out of focus.
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
Well, it's just out there, isn't it? Just this monolith just sticking up out the ocean.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better. She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
Who's Sandra? That's our dad. You got caught up in it too.
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
Maybe so. Probably.
But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Belly. Jeez, you should not be walking on this branch. Pregnant or not, that's just dumb. Okay. Sure. Okay. He didn't want me to walk on the skylights. I wonder why.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
Really? Exactly. So I love
They were both pretty intense.
Really? Okay.
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
It's an odd thing to be afraid of. To be honest, I don't
Instead of
know.
hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
That's dangerous. They stuffed the cat. They stuffed the cat in a swiping angry pose. That's weirder. Airline ticket. K. I don't know who K is. I've seen the name on the family tree, but not really focused on it all too much. Okay. What a weirdo. Who took that picture?
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Hmm? Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged.
Oh.
What?
Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
Didn't mean to interrupt that.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
But the focus is absolutely fucking terrible. Oof.
You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
Jeez, the focus is just
Nothing
awful.
quite like being outside.
Hold still up.
Hey!
That's the keeper.
A little more gas in the tank, I guess. I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Don. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine.
I recognize that voice actor.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Don, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious.
It's kind of boring.
Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years.
Doesn't it make you want to chill out?
Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip. Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire. We found an old logging trail. There were deer everywhere. I bet if I could remember where that trail was, we'd spot a buck for you in no time.
Probably. Jeez.
Give me a minute to check the map.
I'm supposed to be taking all these pictures. I don't know.
Let's see. Don, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph?
How does he know it's me? It's him taking a picture of, huh? How does he know?
Or was it? Could have been. You don't need to waste any more film on me, kiddo.
Well, apparently I do, because I haven't figured out how to trigger the next scene.
Dad!
Good eyes, Don.
Let's not get that first.
Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of it.
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Turn off your imagination.
Where is he?
Focus on your target.
I can't. Jeez, my eyesight is shit. Anyway, I cannot. I'm trying to figure out where she's pointing. Is that it?
I'm over here, Dad.
Oh, right. I thought you meant of the deer. Thanks, girl. I'm super smart.
Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong.
And that includes killing deer.
Now keep yourself squared up, elbows down, like we practiced. Whenever you're ready.
I'll just get it right in focus. It's not really working. How do I make her shoot? Oh.
Great shot, Dawn!
Oh. What is it with this guy? What's wrong with you?
I'm proud of you, Dawn.
Don't be.
Always remember that, okay? Sorry, Dawn. Just gotta reset the timer.
Okay. I can't see there.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally
some-
normal, Dawn. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
Of all these stories,
What a way to
that's
go.
the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Jeez, that's probably exactly why she didn't tell you. Jeez, that must have been the worst day of her mom's life. She's too fat to go anywhere. The belly, man, the belly. The last place I ever want to... No, that's not what I said. Jeez, get in there. Last place I'd ever want to be is going to any crawl space anywhere. I hate it.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Mm. Wait, I want to
Dear
read
Kay,
that.
do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Time's over, Gregory. It's time to... Hold on, sweetie. Hello? Sam,
Frodo.
I told you I don't want to talk right now.
I wonder what he saw.
Ah, this requires me to have depth perception. Lovely. What was it? Thank you for giving me that.
He reminded me so much of Calvin. Lost in his imagination. Whatever it was, he saw.
Let's get the whale. Let me get the whale.
It sure made him happy.
That's all. Pretty sure the wheel's not meant to be upside down, but okay. There. That's not what they're saying. Oh shit. Okay, get on the whale. Gotta get on the whale.
I know how silly it sounds.
Bubble bath.
But I worried about a baby being too happy.
Jeez.
But I could feel
My
it
dad
slipping
is
away.
actually so close.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it. Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
I wish he could have told us about the world he saw. There's so much I don't understand about Gregory, about everything. But I know what happened wasn't your fault. I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too. Good
I
luck,
don't
Kate.
know.
Love, Sam.
When you accidentally have your kid drown in a bathtub, that's not something you can easily get back from.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard. before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard. My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom, were the words that I
now we're down to husband and wife.
You've never met her. You know, if you're a parent, don't just up and marry somebody your kids don't even fucking know. Jeez. What's wrong with you?
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger. Wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent. Rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made. The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power, but all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder." I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't, until we found you.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Few people left.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died.
At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
Careful. Oof. Says I like it. I keep getting stuck on stuff.
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
It'd be that way sometimes. I love that carpet. It's beautiful.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Yeah. Fly to India. Copy passport for volunteers sometime. Oh, I love these colours. Beautiful.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English.
Nice.
Lewis was born a year later.
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. And to see kids in the house again.
Yeah, I can see why she might.
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good.
It's a little
almost normal.
classroom. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen us set timetables in a while. Jeez.
But it didn't last.
It's weird how far we leave those sort of things behind after a certain point. To teach and to learn. She wrote that book, 7 Ways to Create a Fulfilling Classroom. She wrote that book.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle. After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
Where did he go?
I think Edie was happy to finally have another painter in the family.
It's a lift. Oh my gosh. That is amazing. Jeez, why would I give her a room right like that? That's beautiful. I always love that kind of line drawing. The subtle shading. Beautiful. And he was 10. At least. Maybe that's not how old he was when he disappeared.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Another story-based game I'd like to play that's not on terribly long side is Behind the Frame. He just disappeared.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
Painted himself out of existence. Not sure what my upstairs neighbor would say if I did that. I just love a room like this. Standing on it wrong. There.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
Well, maybe he just painted himself somewhat better.
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
Another fantastic view. Oh, no. Back out. Oh, I really don't like immersive sims. For fuck's sake, get out the fucking window. One of the things I miss about home is being able to look up and see the stars. Yeah. We sometimes see the stars around here, but we're on an island that mostly gets cloud cover. It's not ideal. When they do come out, it's usually sub-zero.
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself.
About Milton?
After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
That was a choice. Jeez. The amount of times I have thought... There's a fish processing plant around here, and so many times people have said I should get a job there, but... Honestly... all I could think about was this. What happened here. I never wanted to do it. Just seemed like something I would do only if I had no other option, no other recourse.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
You mean the marijuana? Honestly, you get people smoking that in the streets up here. I walk... It's always on a particular corner as well, so I'm thinking someone's just doing it in their house and leaving the window open. Where's Finch?
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them.
Oh.
He died a lot.
I can relate. Legalize marijuana. See. Do it. Solve so many problems if we do. 2141 Fireweed Road, Ellis Island.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse.
It's true,
Newly
you
sober,
can get addicted.
I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to...
Okay. It wants me to do something, but I...
wander.
See, how would I have known to do that? I didn't even know that was a person. Okay, I can't do both of these things. I am not a multitasker. So fuck it, I'm just gonna do one of them. Fuck you, fish, I don't care.
I asked him to describe it.
Get out of here, fish. I think the whole point is that he did this while I was thinking, but I cannot control fish decapitation and an RPG at the same time.
He said he started small.
Or maybe I can. No, not really. It's like trying to rub my tummy and pat my head at the same time.
He'd feel his way about. Then something moved.
I hate this.
Bats. And toads.
There's not enough fish decapitation in RPGs. I mean, you're not wrong. Ooh. Scully boy. Okay. I think it caps at 3.
And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about him
It's
then.
symmetric now, baby.
Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. Model employee. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused.
Don't think that describes my particular demonstration.
Like a whole new Lewis.
Get out of here, fish.
So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend.
Doggo.
On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia.
Oh, that's imaginative.
He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band.
You.
And he was always humming something.
Look at these people just
Every day
sliding
his
around like they're on
imagination
ice.
grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery.
Well, that's not normal.
But his chopping was as reliable as ever.
It's still not normal.
Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet,
One more real.
were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished.
Oh, I've definitely had that. I've had that realization before.
He held an
It's the beauty
election
of
for
writing.
mayor,
You can literally do anything you want.
and he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering.
Oh, there's some big people in that crowd.
It became a game for him.
It's already a game for me.
He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality.
Ironically enough, there's actually a big part of way I stream. Probably talked about
Minneapolis.
this before. That's a good one.
Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on.
He's not here anymore, Dawn.
In Louisburg, he heard rumors of a...
That's a... Okay, we're going Beautiful Prince, it's fine.
beautiful prince.
Let's do it.
The prince was on his own quest for...
Who wants sinister servants? Let's go for rainbows. Let's do it.
radiant rainbows.
Yeah. Fuck off, fish. Well, I missed it, but it's fine.
He followed the sound of his...
electric sitar. I like that.
electric sitar.
That's very, from what we saw of Lewis, sitar is like very on brand. Well, sort of Lewis's written rather. Oh shit.
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound.
Did it? Well, he must have like left the cannery to have been able to tell his psychiatrist all of this. Oh shit.
But he was so proud of having created it.
Hold on. Thank you.
In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
God complex?
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming.
Yeah, that's why you don't do self-inserts.
And then it struck
dangerous.
me that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace.
Yeah, I stream largely because I enjoy it and I love hanging out with you guys, but also because if I'm just writing all the time, I'm just...
My imagination is as real as my body, he told me.
It becomes more real than
It was hard
reality.
to argue with him.
And it's really hard to actually get out when that happens.
We began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker. He began to despise the man with a royal contempt. I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder.
Because my mom tried to get me
The
a
palace
job
would be
as a fish
packed with his
processing plant, I
companions.
would have never talked to her again. Or maybe I would have just shown her this game. Oh, the bob-heading cat.
Including the wise Calico, who'd insisted on advising him. His prince waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do.
What's a big cat need? That is unmistakably a fucking guillotine.
I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
I need to take a break. I'll be back. I never unmuted myself. Oh, sorry, I never muted myself, so... You guys just been casually listening to me chew this entire time. I knew I was forgetting something. Yeah, that one struck quite close to home. Hey, I did say I'd do one of them mukbang ASMR things. Or maybe that feature will actually just be a compilation of all the times I've done it already, accidentally or on purpose. stop this because I'm going to hear the Edith Finch music. And I apologise if you briefly heard Total Biscuit's voice because Jesse Cox has finally fucking played Faith Chapter 3 with the Scary Game Squad, so I was going to his channel to find it to watch it later. And of course his preview video started. Here to ask and answer one simple question. It was a preview. I do plan on doing a mukbang one day. No immediate plans or relatively soon plans, but plans nonetheless. This cat's still in the wardrobe. Yeah, he's just tucked right back in there. It's very cute. It's very, very cute indeed. Yeah, I hope you guys are doing okay. I know. Yeah, this game does get a bit much. That much I did not forget from when I watched somebody else play it many, many years ago now, but these sorts of stories, they kind of stick with you. I knew that one would be rough, but I wasn't quite sure how much. Let's go. Subliminal messaging. Not so seriously. Thank you. Jeez. Okay, let's go. Let's continue. We do indeed have merch, and you can indeed wear a picture of my cat on your tits. Yeah, that's subliminal or more just plain liminal. Moose. It literally just vanished into the floor.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder.
Yeah, that's not a good tactic.
I wish we'd stayed.
How's all the marshmallows?
But I understand why we left.
Oh shit. It's also 9 p.m. Sorry, I just got a message. It's just me, Mum. Being nice. Plan to from next week. Oh, of course, it'll be arriving next week. Oh, on the design that's on the website, I did actually make the picture a bit smaller for future purchases. Just to, like, retain some more of the detail.
My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
It was just a case of get out now. Or get stuck forever. I like her choice in lampshades and windows.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time.
These are good windows.
Maybe it should have come sooner.
You will. I have the other one, yeah. I haven't actually bought any of the other shirts yet.
But it had to end.
I'll get to it. This is a great room.
Now was to tell you about that last night.
It's a fucking tip, but I like it. What's with all the... What are all these... They're probably photo albums now I think of it. That's a lot of photos though. But yeah, some people just don't stop taking pictures. Oh, that's beautiful.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith,
Yeah.
you're excused.
Yeah, she left it until the last day to tell Edie that they were leaving. And expected Edie to just come as well. Like, it was just like, we're leaving, and that includes you. And she's just like, what the fuck?
The power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles.
Again, sounds like my mom.
When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance.
No.
Or that Edie had a key to it.
The thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight.
Stop making me look at stuff. Please.
We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning.
Oh.
Okay?
Not okay.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years.
It's very rocky shore.
God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way.
Well, I'm just gonna keep heading forward because that's where we last saw it. God, the writing's still there. And it's gone.
I got turned around.
Oh, shit. Of course. Do my Sean Connery impression again. Sorry, my Sean Connery impression. There's a time and a place, be sharp.
For a while, I wondered.
I would have just sat down. But then fog can also distort, like, audio stuff. Sound. It can distort sound. What the hell was that?
I started seeing things. Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came
Here
back
are
to
indeed
them.
things. I keep getting stuck.
Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here? It's
Like how
mine.
that's where she
Edith.
interrupted me,
Mom,
but
you're
it's
gonna
also
rip it,
like
let
the
go.
sentence didn't end, it's just and. She didn't finish. We literally got up to where she finished
Mom
writing.
dragged me to the car. I never saw Great Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is.
Well,
this journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you and tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way. This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Oh god, she died on Feb 14th. No, she was born on Feb 14th. Music. The end of everything. That's a terrible achievement. Well, that was What Remains of Edith Finch. Thanks for all the chat indeed. Sorry guys, I remember that being sad, but I don't remember it being that sad. Something a little upbeat next time. I think this time we stream, we're doing an art stream, and then Hard Spaceship Breaker in the evening, so it's not really upbeat, but it's certainly less depressing. To be honest, we could play something more upbeat after this if you like. I mean, like tonight. I think we could all do with a pick-me-up. Let the credits roll though, so. It's only fair to the devs. The devs did a really good job. I'd say that my only criticism isn't really a criticism, it's just a personal preference, is that I don't like immersive sims. I don't find them immersive at all, I find them clunky and difficult to control. But graphically it was beautiful. The story was, yeah, super depressing, but also very well written, and also beautiful in its own way. I always loved how American outlets look like a face that's really shocked through a little pog emote. Maybe that could be a pog emote, it's literally just an American outlet. I forgot Anna Perner and Interactive were partially responsible for this. quite a strong story, but a lot of the gameplay felt like tech demos to me. Yeah. Like, it was the person that I watched play it seemed to have a lot smoother an experience, but I'm guessing they were very much a more accomplished, more experienced gamer than I am. Considering I have played a grand total of 2 immersive sims, and one of them was a demo, The Occupation, which I did enjoy, but I did not like the gameplay. More of a visual novel than a game. Yeah, it was just another sort of walking simulator, but I do quite enjoy those. That would have been better if the remaining letters had spelled something else. But all in all, pretty good. The replay story option is now available. I don't think I want to, but thank you. Thank you. Quit. Yeah, I'm sure. Thank you. Fun. I think. I could have sworn I got more achievements than just 2. That seems unfair. That seems unfair.
Me and the boys at 2 a.m. looking for beats!
Thank you. Well, we did it. I said I'd do it, and we did it, so I'm happy with that.